You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Beginning of the video, I had to screenshot it because I had zoomed in on them having sex, and I really wasn't even paying attention to other people until after the fact. So y'all see her right here. Her and that dude went off to the back of the bamboo, and they started doing what they was doing. But this lady right here, her and homeboy right there, guap 3,000. And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, real deal, guap 3,000. And then y'all, when we had went up the stream, like when the tour was over with, I was like getting my limestone rinsed off, all the good stuff, and they had came past us. Mind you, I could never see their face because of the leaves on the thing, so I could never see the homegirl face that was sick. Could never see her face because she was in front of the thing. My homegirl told me she was doing it the whole time. So once I zoom in, her and homeboy started doing what they doing. Y'all, they rolled past me, and y'all, that lady said she getting a full Jamaican experience. I don't know about y'all. I don't know where y'all was raised or how y'all was raised or who raised y'all, but this is not that. Number one, you've never met this man a day in your life. Number two, you're a woman. Respect yourself. Number three, you in a river. Y'all, there's kids out there, and if y'all don't believe me, watch this. Like I said, child number one, child number two. Like, y'all literally can't enjoy my massage because that's happening.
Let me tell y'all something. I can't even show the video because I'm pretty sure somebody would try to report it or whatever it is. But in the video, you can see something at least taking place, right? And what I mean something taking place. Remember the videos that I told y'all about where you would have American black women going to like Jamaica to like Stella got her groove back, all this other type of stuff, and yada yada yada, and then they come back, home and act like ain't nothing ever happened. And y'all wonder why it is that guys sit up there and say that women be lying about their body count, because they do. Um, in the video that is going to be linked, you can go down to the comment section. I'm going to put it on IG. It's going to be on IG. It's going to be there this time because I'm probably just going to make sure just to, post the video so I can make sure to have the link directly under there. In the video at the very beginning, it's for a brief few seconds. You see a Jamaican man and a black American woman in the water. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can see the movements. You can see all of that. So when you hear of black women going to Jamaica, please know that more than likely this is what's going to be taking place. The young woman also explained in the video that you saw another black American woman um giving the Gawk 3000 directly to one of the Jamaican men, and how later on when she saw the lady, she was like, yeah, I'm receiving the full Jamaican experience. I'm like, wow. So you're out here in a whole nother land with a whole nother group of men that you don't even know. Nobody did any type of STD, STI type of test. You don't know where he's been the last 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes, day, or whatever it is. No relationship, no friendship, no nothing. You're just out here doing that. Unprotected. Let me repeat that again. You're doing all of that unprotected. And that makes me wonder also how it is that amongst black women, you have varying STD rates. Now I got to sit up there and put everything into question, because you have women out here willfully, like I said before, you have women out here, black women out here willfully going out here, giving themselves to men, unprotected. And then when something happened, they want to cry, woe is me. But you're out here doing this. Ain't nobody forcing you to do this. You can't this is what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, I don't care what be happening out here. People are free to do whatever it is that they want to do, right? If black women want to sit up there and go out there and be doing stuff unprotected, that's cool. But don't be sitting up there trying to do what you want to do and then hide what you did, and then you want to blame black men for something. or you want to go out here and do what it is that you want to do, and then you're doing this unprotected. You catch something, and then you know that you got something, and then you want to come back to America and you want to start having unprotected relations with black men, knowing the fact that you got something and you want to start infecting people. Nobody want to talk about this stuff though. Nobody want to talk about how this could potentially lead to pregnancies. I already sat up there and covered the fact that 25% of, if I remember correctly, I think it was like 25% of Jamaican men are fathering a child that is not even theirs. Craziness, right? Craziness. So how many black American women have gone elsewhere all over the world and ended up coming back single mothers? It's amazing how we don't got a statistic on that. It's amazing. Because it's funny, like I said before, it's funny how you have so many black women out here on TikTok that want to talk so greasy about black men going out getting their, their passports and traveling and all this, but this is the type of stuff that they're doing. See how it's all fun and games when don't nobody know what it is that they doing, but then when people find out, they want to start playing victim, they want to start getting angry, they want to start hiding, they want to start deflecting, all this other type of stuff. Nobody can explain this to me. There is not a black woman out here that's going to give me a justifiable reason on why this is even acceptable. As the young black woman basically said, who filmed it, she said, yo, y'all need to start sitting up there having more respect for yourselves, and more respect for yourselves as a black woman, more respect for your body. Because if you're just out here flying all over cross seas and you're just doing stuff, just, out there naked as a jaybird, just doing stuff, you don't respect yourself at all, nor do you respect the people that you're actually with. Because not only is that person put you in danger, but you're also putting yourself in danger, and also potentially other people who are going to be with you in danger as well. But yet you don't care because it's all about you. It's about that selfishness. It's about your gratification. It's about what it is that you can sit up there and get. That's crazy. Now I understand why it is that when I watch a lot of these videos, I see so many American black women acting so laid back. They're not, being their normal selves. And they just got all these smiles on their faces. That's because they're sharing stories, talking about the different things that is, taking place. Some of these women are uh, taking the team. It's the best way I can happen to put it. Some of these women are, taking the team. Literally. Literally. And then you want to know the craziest part? When you look at the video, she also points out the fact that in those waters, in those areas, you have children. So not only are black women going there to do things unprotected and then return home like ain't nothing happened, not only are they doing this in public, not only are they doing this in that water, and we don't know how clean that water is. We don't even know what is even directly in that water. Not only are they doing this with guys that they don't even know, didn't even do a checkup on or anything like that, they're doing this in front of children. So again, you're not going to have any black women out here being able to tell me nothing. You're not going to be telling me nothing. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Like, that's crazy. That's disgusting. That is crazy. Oh man, that's, like I said, that type of behavior, yo, that's crazy. That's great. When I sat up there and saw that, I got angry. I got angry because so many times you hear black women in America, oh, protect our kids. Our kids are not protected. Where are the black men? All this other type. Where are the black women to call this out? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where are y'all at? Nowhere. Nowhere. Your sister's out here doing this, using your image, doing this. Craziness. Straight craziness. But, it is what it is. Like I told y'all before, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Here comes a new challenger! Okay, I want to address this super quick because I did see it blowing up in the comments a little bit, and I need to address it. Here's what happened. I went to Jamaica. I made the stupid choice to have a one-night stand. I came home from Jamaica. I found myself very, very sick. I could not get out of bed. This was within about 1 week. I could not get out of bed. I was blacking out. If I did get out of bed, I was passing out. I wasn't eating. I was very dehydrated. I went to the emergency room. They sent me home probably 5 or 6 times with a random diagnosis. And then when they finally decided to check me in, I stayed in the hospital. They did every possible test. They were running blood work all the time. They couldn't find what was wrong. It took an infectious disease doctor to come and think to do a spinal tap. And I will forever, ever, ever be thankful to that doctor for coming to my rescue and thinking to do a spinal tap because it wasn't showing up in my blood. Because it doesn't show up in your blood for 3 to 6 months, but it does show up in a spinal tap. Ask my doctor.
So I wanted to add that I showed this off in a live stream. Some people who are watching this may have seen it, some people may have not. And I put that in there as a warning to a lot of the black women out there that want to go out there and be flagrant, and they just want to use their bodies and do whatever it is that they want to do in the name of taking back their sexuality, owning their sexuality, and all this other type of stuff. That's the warning. That woman there. And the thing that I admire about her is that she admitted, she was like, yo, I went out there and I was stupid. Let me repeat that one more time. I went out there and I was stupid. Notice how she didn't directly blame the guy. Yes, the guy who did it is at fault as well. But she was like, yo, if I didn't do what I did, I wouldn't have this problem. And I keep telling people, if you subtract yourself out of the problem that you have, is there still a problem? And the answer is going to be no. She took acceptance and responsibility. And the greatest responsibility that she took was not only going out there and trying to find out what was going on with her health wise, but she is talking to the world and trying to convey to other women, don't be stupid like I was and go out there and just have a one night stand in this whole other area with a guy that you don't know, because you can end up like me. But I promise you, even with this message of somebody of a different ethnicity, somebody of a different color, black women still aren't going to listen. And they're going to be like, well, that was her. Well, sorry that happened to her. Huh, that's not going to be me. And they'll still go out here and still risk it all. Like I said, you heard specifically what the black woman stated in the first part of the video. And I think if I'm doing this correctly, by the time you guys are hearing this, I more than likely added part 2 to the video as well, because she had a part 1 and a part 2, because the original part 1 got deleted and she had to upload it back because for whatever reason TikTok wanted to delete it. And again, black women decided to get mad at her in the comment section because she was calling out black women and specifically what it is that they were doing. But black women didn't want to call out the other black women that were doing wrong. They wanted to call out the black woman that was doing right by calling out the uncouth, the unwomanlike behavior of these black women that were going from America and coming to Jamaica in order to have relations unprotected with a man. Like I said, they like playing Russian roulette because that's all it is. They like trying to play with loaded dice in a game full of people. It ain't good, because you're going to end up losing. The house will always win. You're going to be the one that's going to end up losing. But like I said, some people, will learn, later rather than sooner. And it's going to get worse before it gets better.
This battle is about to explode. Live and let die.
So this is a comment that happened after the fact. This was during the live stream, well, after the live stream that I did about a day or so ago. Kay said, nope, people, men and women are both ratchet because they choose to be. I think most of your criticism for women are also true for men, but you only want accountability for women who don't live by your standards.
Oh, Lord.
My aunt got it from her black husband, who knew he had it for 3 years before the army finally forced him to tell her. But I'm not using that to say all black men are spreading it.
Part is, She was dead ass serious.
Because it's not all black men, but y'all don't understand that because your only goal is to bash women for doing exactly what men do with zero accountability.
I don't understand why you even did this to yourself.
Everyone should protect themselves, consistently using the exception as a representation of all black women is not caring about us. It's just you using bad women to come for all of us.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The most interesting thing is the fact that the young black women who made the post, specifically talking about what black women in America are doing when they come to Jamaica, she specifically called out black women and said that, hey, what are you doing? You need to have respect for yourselves, respect for your body, and all these. That was a black woman setting standards and stating that black women need to start doing better. And as I told you guys before, both in many videos and also in the live stream for some, if you guys even saw it, I basically stated that if I, as a black man, basically say anything to critique black women, this is the type of thing that shows up, right? You'll have people wanting to generalize, right? They'll say like, oh, it's, everybody needs to do this. Everybody needs to do that. Everybody's ratchet. And then they'll go into what it is that they want to specifically state. Oh, black men are this, black men are that, yada, yada, yada. Black women are innocent. Black women are the victims. You guys are doing this. You guys are doing that, right? Putting black women as the victim when this is not even what the commentary is even about. It's not about black women being any type of victims. It's about black women taking responsibility, acceptance, and acknowledgement of their own actions, which leads them right down a road of which they can never come back from. Ended up getting something that you can't sit up there and give back. That was literally what the video was about. That was literally what the major bulk of the live stream was about. And I even showed you guys other comments within that further solidified specifically what it is that I was stating and the point that I was making and the point that I've always been making on this platform. But as I stated before, people like this and many others will only show up when they feel that they have a leg to stand on, when it is that they are in their feelings, when it is that they feel that they can quote unquote defend the black women. Because when I bring you guys videos and it's black women versus black woman, it has nothing to do with the black man at all, nowhere at all. She doesn't show up. Many other black women who normally want to rally against me and the points that I make, they never happen to show up. They're silent. They skip over those videos on purpose. But then they magically, out of the blue, come down and they want to specifically talk on this. But again, when I do these live streams and I tell people like, hey, let me know that, you're here. Hey, if you want to have this conversation, whatnot, or whatever, we can clearly do that. They don't happen to show up magically. They weren't there for that. Magically, they caught the live stream late. There was no catching anything late. This is deliberate. Like I said before, when people want to cause some smoke, they never want to see fire. They never want to see it. Like I said, this is when people want to throw rocks and they want to hide their hand. This is when people always want to put black women in the whole thing of being the victim, because it's impossible for black women to be a perpetrator of anything, because it's the whole world literally going after black women, and black women have just done nothing but be nice and kind to every single living being directly on this planet. All right. Okay. No problem. If that is the story that you want to tell at this moment in time of the black woman of now, so be it. It is what it is. And the same thing still stands that I stated in my live stream, is that the moment in time that black women allow things that I cover to skate by is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And you think that you have an issue now with the image of how it is that black women are being viewed and treated and hypersexualized and all these other types of things, whoo, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because the moment that this stuff that they're doing in Jamaica slides by, you're going to have black women thinking that it's okay, and they're going to start doing this in other countries, right? With quote unquote their preferences and all these other types of things. And guess what? They're going to end up getting pregnant, coming back home with a child that is not going to have a father. And those men aren't going to be getting thrown in child support. They're not going to get thrown in a family court. The United States does not care if the father is abroad because they have no control over that, because that was specifically your responsibility because you decided to go out there and act stupid on your own accord. But like I said before, keep letting this slide. Keep doing this whole back and forth. Keep telling your sisters out there not to take responsibility, acknowledgement, and acceptance of their own actions. Keep doing it. And like I said, those women out there that you're body blocking for are going to end up having daughters. And then those daughters are going to end up having little girls. And there's going to be a vicious cycle. And whatever is now is going to be in the future, and it's going to be way worse. But like I said, a lot of y'all not going to understand it up until later when it's too late.